sun's starting to set now over Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Cincinnati Reds. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Noah Syndergaard, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, you can see he's among the leaders in strikeouts. We'll see how good he can be in this one.
Standing in, the leadoff man, Jacoby Ellsbury. So we are ready for baseball.
For Milwaukee, center fielder, number 25.
First of 3 here to start the week as the game's first pitch is taken for strike 1. And Eric, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
And I think it's just going to be a matter of putting yesterday behind you. It wasn't their...
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll pull in there with a double to start out the ball game.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Number 5.
Matt Duffy will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come. And the runner's breaking for third. Pitches a cold strike. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
And that's a case where you can bet they've just forgotten about him after that double, and he takes third on the very next pitch.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
Runner at third here, nobody out. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, Matt, Jacoby Ellsbury is really a guy that's fueling this offense right now. He's a guy you cannot fall asleep on when he gets on board because he will run on you. He's in the top 5 in steals in the National League, and we'll see if he can add to his total in this one.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. 1 out and a runner on third. Line toward right center. And that's going to be a base hit, and the Brew Crew has struck first here. It's now 1-0. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
Batting 4.
Already their second double of the ball game here in the first inning. He's not fooled too many guys out there to this point, that's for sure.
Here's Steve Pearce now. Now a curveball that misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. Now, how important is it going to be for this guy to throw that curveball for strikes?
I don't know that he necessarily needs to ever throw it for a strike. I mean, if it's around the plate and he's getting guys to go after it, it's doing its job. But if he starts to get too high or too far outside, then it's just an easy take.
3-0 now. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producers swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning. Andrew Lowry comes forward for his first try at the plate, and you have to think something's got to give. Clearly not going his way of late. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Well, this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way.
Yeah, and you don't want to get caught having to play catch-up this early in the ball game. So you're right. He's got to work his way out of this jam right now.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Blackman is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the Cincinnati Reds. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, they know their man on the hill has more strikeouts than anybody in the National League. Sometimes that can make you a little bit lazy out in the field. You just start watching swings and misses. You've always got to be on your toes, though, because the ball will be put in play, and you're going to have to be ready for it.
Hit slowly back to the mound. On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. Brewers get a run on the RBI double. Bottom of the first coming up from Great American Ballpark. And Milwaukee's off to an early 1-0 lead. Ulises Chacin, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, he's got close to 200 innings this year. He's been very dependable, thrown deep into a lot of ball games. He's looking to do the same in this one.
Mookie Betts comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Mookie Betts.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. And EK, as we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
And on top of that, they've already spotted their starter an early lead in this one, so they're going to let their guy work with the lead right away.
Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike two. Skied into straightaway right. Sano will wait on it. One down. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, this team doesn't hit all that many doubles, so they're going to have to string some hits together. But a few more extra base hits could really jumpstart a rally for you, and I think that could help this ball club.
Charlie Blackmon will stand in as you take a look at that first column on the left. He's closing in now on that batting title.
Well, he swung the bat so well all season long, so we'll see how it all plays out at the end. Maybe he wins that batting title.
Hit hard to short. Over to the first baseman, Pierce, and there are two gone now. With a moment now, let's take a look at the Brewers defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, the center fielder in this one, as good as anybody out there in the field. Has a lot of speed, can cover a lot of ground, and most importantly, he's very reliable.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Ellsbury is in his tracks now, and that will retire the side. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Cincinnati. Milwaukee leads it 1-0. Carl Crawford will get his first shot now, and he's seen that average climb a bit here recently thanks to what he's done over the course of these last 5 ball games. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
Well, not close on either of these first 2 pitches. He's going to have to find the release point quick before he loses the leadoff guy.
So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Well, kind of strangely, Holiday has a bit of a reputation for rewarding the high strike. And that can really upset the hitter sometimes because the pitcher isn't usually trying to throw it there. So we'll see if any of that shows up.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
That's a nice comeback from down in the count, 2-0. He doesn't panic. He doesn't just start laying pitches in there. He had a good plan to start with, and then he executed that plan all the way through the at-bat.
Here's David Murphy now. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1.
And if you're not careful, this is the kind of guy that can run off 6 scoreless innings against you from here out. So that first inning run isn't something you can bank on holding up.
To first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 9th, shortstop,
Zach Walters into the box here in the top of the 2nd, looking to keep this inning going. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ooh, you might have felt the squeeze on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
2 out, nobody on. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Corey Dickerson will dig in now. He's got that average up over 330 to begin the ball game.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Belted high in the air out to left. Crawford looking up, and this one is gone. A home run. Solo shot here to left. Number 22 on the year.
Go on, baby.
And
nice.
with it, the Reds have tied the ball game at 1.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Albert Pujols will stride in as he's running out of time now if he wants to make a late push for that home run crown. Chacin looks in. Here's the first pitch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Bases are empty here, nobody out. In the air now, out to right field. Sano moves over, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
And you start to get to the point in the year where you say, look, this guy's pitched a lot of innings so far this year. I wouldn't be surprised to see these guys back off his workload a bit here in this final month.
Nick Castellanos will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. Hit hard on the ground to second. On to first, and there were two down.
Batting 7, catcher, Derek Norris.
Derek Norris steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. And that's in there for a strike. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now, and 2 strikes here as well.
Drilled down the line, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
And this is something they've worked on in the batting cage, taking some of the movement out of his swing. Much more compact now, and he's seeing some definite results.
Jimmy Paredes will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s.
Well, he's been hitting really well over his last 10 games or so, and he's someone to watch out for in this one.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. But the Reds are able to square things up on this solo home run. We've played 2, all tied at 1-1. Jacoby Ellsbury is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1.
Well, I think most fans would remember Jacoby Ellsbury's amazing 2011 season. That year he won a Gold Glove, a Silver Slugger, and was runner-up for the AL MVP award just behind Justin Verlander. That was a pretty big year.
Hit hard up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. So he's aboard again with his second hit of the game here in the top of the third. And with that, we'll take a look at the current Milwaukee leaderboard to find that his total is currently tops on the roster in that department.
Yeah, and when a guy can post numbers like that, his teammates just expect him to produce game after game. He's a hit machine for them.
And Ellsbury's running. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. It's offline, but he's out. Gunned down trying to swipe the base.
Well, he did a good job to get on base with the leadoff single, but then he got a little greedy here on the first pitch, and they throw him out pretty easily at second base.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Well, there's no question this guy's got to be in the running for the Cy Young this year. He makes quick work of this guy on 3 pitches. That was just too easy.
Here's Miguel Sano. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest. 1-1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And Mookie will make the play, and that retires the side. Brewers go down quietly. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1. Gene Segura will get his first opportunity here, and as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play.
Yeah, he's swung the bat extremely well in these recent games, and that average just continues to rise.
And he'll start the at-bat with a slider that didn't miss by a whole lot. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Had him bunting 2-0, and he misses for strike 1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Ellsbury is under it. 1 away.
Now batting. Center
A
fielder.
reminder that Reds baseball continues all season long here
Such
on the
a
show.
tough
And you
schedule,
get a look
man.
at what's coming up over the
I hate
course of the
playing the
next 7
Pirates.
days.
I hate the Pirates.
Mookie Betts will try it again. He flied out to start the home first. Chacin steps into the windup. First pitch on its way. Hot shot on the ground is short. Walters is there. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Man.
Now batting. Left fielder. Charlie Blackmon.
Charlie Blackmon stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Fastball in there for a called strike. Two out, nobody on. Cold strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole
Just
lot of
call
setting
me
guys
Wolf,
up here in this
man.
inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Now batting.
This is dangerous
First
because
baseman.
out of anybody in this lineup, this guy's probably the most likely to want to run, so look out.
Edwin Encarnacion now. Pitch out.
1-0.
Nothing doing.
Oh, that kid's from New England, man. Are you from New England? Whoever just talked? Nice, I could tell, man. As soon as you
Here's
said
a look
something.
over to first, and he just manages
As soon
to
as
get
you
his
said
hand in.
something, I knew you were from New England.
Runner goes for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease.
Yeah, timely gamble there. You really don't have a whole lot to lose, and it'll result in a two-out scoring opportunity.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him in the inning. Steve Pearce is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Now batting.
Into the box, Andrew Lowry. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this is low, ball 1. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting. Second base.
Starlin Castro stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. Pitch on the way. Circle change and a beauty. It's 0-2.
This umpire loves me.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Too high. 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2.
I think he had him flinching on that one. That nearly came back to the inside corner.
Chopped weakly to the left. On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. On to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1.
Oh, Craig, are you streaming this shit?
Corey Dickerson is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Right fielder, Corey.
Are you streaming this shit?
Chacin gets the
All right,
sign.
I'm gonna watch
First
it.
pitch on the way. And he lays off there, 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Now, after the home run last time, you can see a more cautious approach this at-bat. They don't want to get burned again.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Very softly hit to the left side. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
And, you know, pitching's a lot more than just velocity. This guy, he's living proof. If you hit your spot, change speeds, you can get guys out with an 87, 88 mile an hour fastball, and he did it right there.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Albert Pujols stands in as he looks at a called strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High in the air out to center field. After it is Ellsbury. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Well, very quickly, 5 pitches and 2 outs here in the 4th. Well, those are the kind of innings you love to have if you plan on working deep into a ball game.
Nick Castellanos is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Sano on the move, and that's the 3rd out. Reds are down in order. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. Carl Crawford will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Here comes the first pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. The pitch count there. One pitch into his fifth inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Chop foul right at home plate at strike one. Tap foul at home plate. And here's a ball hit in the air. Norris has a play, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Wow, he's using that fastball to devastating effect out there now. He gets another out here. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball one.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Swing and a miss for strike one.
He's just cruising out there now. I'll tell you, this may turn into a game of first team to 2 wins.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. High pop-up. Syndergaard is under it near the mound. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied at 1-1. Derek Norris comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Derek Norris.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
Duo. Who?
Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul for the second strike. Chacin's ready. 0-2 on its way. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. 1 away.
The batter.
Here's that swing again. This is in show motion. And you'll see that that's a few inches above the thumbs. You'll be feeling that one all night long.
Stepping in now, Jimmy Paredes. As he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to left center. Under it is Crawford, and he's got it for out number 2.
The batter, number 2.
Gene Segura is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
Lifted in the air to right field. And he will make the catch just shy of the track, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. We played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Jacoby Ellsbury makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Ellsbury. Fans are reminded that our series with these Milwaukee Brewers continues here with another ball game tomorrow night. Good seats still remain, so be sure to stop by any ticket window here in the ballpark or visit us online at reds.com. And we'll see you right here at Great American Ballpark.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike one. Hot shot to third. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
He's well on his way to a nice series now. Third hit so far tonight. These guys are going to need his production here, so a welcome sight indeed.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite.
Man.
It's ball one. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really bury your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Throw over to first, and he'll get back in safely. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Boy, a leadoff single, now a 3-0 count. Not exactly the way you want to start things out on the mound.
And, oh, he thought that was ball four, but it's called a strike. 3-1 now.
That's a borderline strike right there. And I think that he had one step out of the
That's a
batter's
give
box
back
headed
pitch
towards
right
first
there.
already.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Now he tries to hold back on the swing, and the home plate umpire says he did so successfully. It's ball four.
Yep, a single and then a walk to start the inning. But this is exactly how big innings get started. So they're set up now to maybe put up a crooked number here.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Miguel Sano
Come on,
is at the
man.
plate as he watches ball one.
And for Milwaukee, this is a spot where you really need that one key hit.
That evens it up 1-1. One run, 4 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. 1-1 pitch is a circle change. It hits the target. 1-2. Fastball, and he's got to duck away for dear life there.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Ball 3. 3-2 now. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out. Steve Pearce will dig in here with the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
He's been tough to deal with this year. He's second on the team in RBIs, so this is a golden opportunity.
And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0. That's wide.
Wow.
2-0.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run, but you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with one swing.
And the pitch bounces off his glove, and that could be a run. And the throw's too late, and Ellsbury is safe at the plate. Runners at second and third here, nobody out. And now on 3-0, they won't even bother to nibble at the corners as they'll just go ahead and put him aboard here. Andrew Lowry will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Looking to keep this a one-run game, and the first pitch misses high here. Perhaps trying to get him to pop something up. It's 1-0. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now. Does he dare go fastball here 2-0?
I think he's got to.
The 2-0 pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. To 2-2 now. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
What are you fucking doing, dude?
And he is in there.
Oh my God, dude.
So that'll go into the books as an E6, and he'll be kicking himself over that one. Starlin Castro will dig in now. The sixth man to bat in the inning with still nobody out.
And it's been sort of a domino effect here in this half inning. Nobody wants to be the first guy to make an out, and so far, nobody has.
2-0.
Yeah, he's still sticking with that fastball.
Unfucking believable. I hate this fucking game. Good, keep scoring, motherfuckers.
We'll join this one here in the bottom of the sixth, already in progress. Mookie Betts will stand in to lead things off, as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top three guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. And now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Charlie Blackmon will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game, as he has been on fire this month.
I'll tell you, anytime you go through a streak like this where you just keep getting base hit after base hit after base hit, you know, people start to take notice of what you're doing.
Edwin Encarnacion will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen, as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. Slider, and it's off his glove, and it bounces away. But fortunately here, no advance. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Drilled on the ground to short. And that's through into left, a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. It's now a 3-2 contest.
Well, we know this is a guy on the mound that doesn't like to waste a lot of pitches. He's coming right after his man on an 0-2 pitch. But this one's just a little bit more of a cement mixer. A lot of spin, but no action. So this is a good swing right here, and he's going to drive in a run with it.
Corey Dickerson will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning, as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Trying to hold the lead. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Crawford is there, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And a relay home. Now a slide, and he's in there at the plate, and that'll tie the ball game at 3.
And the key here was just to get an out. Yeah, you gave up a run, but now he's maybe a pitch away from getting a double play ball and getting out of the inning.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and standing in. Trouble now in the person of Albert Pujols. Chacin comes set. Here's the pitch. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Nick Castellanos will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. First offering on its way. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right. And he's safe.
Check this out on Show Track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
The catcher, Derek Norris, is in as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Hit to first. Pierce is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. 7th inning coming up, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Zach Walters will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
First pitch on its way. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. The man you see here out for a 2nd inning of work, and he becomes the pitcher of record now in a tie ball game.
Yeah, he pitched well last time around. No reason to think that he can't do it again.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
And here's that sequence once again right here on Show Track. Now, normally this is a guy that you might want to nibble with, but he was all business here in this at-bat. Each one of these pitches finds the strike zone, and they're able to set him down quickly to lead off the inning.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jacoby Ellsbury. He singled his last time up. Into the windup and the pitch. High in the air into shallow left center. Betts calls everybody off as he takes control for out number 2.
This is exactly what he needed after his guys came back to tie the ball game. He's only 1 out away from a shutdown inning.
Matt Duffy will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Liner towards second, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Certainly in this streak, he's had a lot of those opportunities come late in ball games, but he extends it again with another clutch base hit.
Miguel Sano will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Left a change out there for him, but he missed it. 2-1.
Pretty gutsy pitch there. 2-0 changeup for a strike.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Softly hit toward the hole. Backhanded. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Milwaukee leaves 1. Still tied 3-3. Jimmy Paredes will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around.
Well, he's putting the ball in play, but clearly getting under it too much right now. It'd be nice for him to stay through one right here.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. You surprised they've left this guy out there to start the 7th?
I thought he was looking a little shaky in the 6th, so I don't think he's going to be on a real long leash right here.
The windup and the 0-1. Hit well on the ground to first. Pierce has it, and he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
You know, he's only got 2 strikeouts in the game so far, but he's really done a nice job of keeping guys off balance, and that's been the big key for him.
Gene Segura will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Drilled right back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Well, you know you're talking about a nice streak when you get up over 10 games in a row, and now that's 11 for this guy, so he is feeling it.
Here's Mookie Betts. Segura runs. And no throw as he'll just hang on to it.
And this will most
Wow,
likely be
that
scored
was
a
big.
stolen base and a wild pitch as he gets a great jump over there at first base. And then once he sees that the ball's going to get away, he doesn't even hesitate. He makes it all the way around to third.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Ellsbury is there. Let's see if they test it. But it is not in time as they take the lead here in the late going.
Hey, that's the right approach at the plate. He knows all he has to do is hit one deep enough to get that go-ahead run in. That's exactly what he gives him. It's all about knowing your job and not trying to do more than you have to.
First pitch of the at-bat. Charlie Blackmon is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one.
Now after that sac fly, this is where you got to just clear the deck and start this inning over.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
Yeah, you'd like to think he had one more big pitch here to get him out of the inning and then call it a night, but he's having a hard time finding the strike zone right now.
3-0 now. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
Not turned loose there. I thought that he might be swinging with 2 away, but apparently not.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
Yeah, and he's trying to make sure that he doesn't allow that first walk. He's worked it back to full count now after being behind in the count 3-0.
Two out, nobody on. To short, hit hard. And that's through for a hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Here comes the Milwaukee skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to be all now for Ulysses Chassin. So we'll leave with 2 outs here in the 7th, as this was really not one of his better performances. Ryan Presley will take over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Ryan Presley.
Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. And a dive, but he's back in.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
And yet another throw over. And the runner back safely. Edwin Encarnacion now. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Here it comes, 1-0. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Now a move over to first. A dive, but he's back.
Just checking.
And another throw over. And the runner back.
Simple throw over there.
Another throw over. And he'll dive back in safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
2-0 count. Here it comes. And there he goes towards second. And he'll be in there at second without a throw, in fact. 2 out here and a runner at second. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Runner goes for third. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Reds will be forced to settle for just the 1. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Reds lead it 4-3. Steve Pearce will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
0-1 pitch on its way. High and deep to left center field. Back goes Betts at the track. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting.
A look at our line score right there tells the story as the Reds lead this one here in the 8th in front of their home crowd here at Great American Ballpark. Andrew Lowry steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. 0-1, here it comes. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. So an unfortunate turn of events for him here as he's going to be forced to leave the game due to injury. And hopefully it's nothing that keeps him out of commission for too long. Miguel Montero will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now. Still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Ripped down the first base line. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Starlin Castro. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Jerry Blevins will come on now as he inherits a runner at first with already one out in the inning.
Jerry Blevins.
Starlin Castro will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
4-3 our score here as we play the 8th. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And if you get him to look at strike one, why not go back to that same pitch in the same part of the strike zone, and they catch him looking again.
Too high. 1-2. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Runner at first here, one man out. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with one out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Oh, on the ground to first. Can this be two? Segura for one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
Marwin Gonzalez will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Time called here as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Runners off for second. And he falls behind 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. One-two pitch is swung on and lifted in the air out to center field. Betts is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Brewers strand one. They still trail it here 4-3. Miguel Montero will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Now catching.
Marwin Gonzalez will stay in the ball game now and take over in left field. Chester Smith is also into the ball game now as he takes over at second. Corey Dickerson steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now.
It was kind of a delayed swing right there. He looked like he had to wait to see if it was going to be anywhere close, and now he's in a big hole.
Popped up. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
You see here on Show Track, that pitch up and in just ties him in knots. You leave that out over the plate, you'll be in trouble, but if you can locate there, things will be just fine.
Here's Albert now. Lays off 1-0.
Boy, and when Pujols starts getting good calls at the plate too, how are you ever going to get this guy out?
1 out, nobody on. This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a swing by Pujols, and this ball is hit high and deep, and you can forget about it. Way out of here. And fellas, this is getting exciting. That home run right there was number 598 for his career. Do you think as he approaches the 600 mark, he's feeling some additional heat?
Oh, he definitely could be. You know, you hear a lot of players talking about just going day to day. But that's got to be a challenge when you're talking about something like 600 home runs for a career. You know, I didn't have 600 hits in my career. Only a handful of players ever make it this far, so forgive him if he's got a few extra things in his head as he comes to the plate.
The third baseman, number 9,
Nick Castellanos now. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A pause and the 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the second out.
That's a nice comeback there after the home run. Sometimes the home crowd gets a little amped up, so you start to rush a little out there and you make things worse, but he's able to bounce back and get him to chase one here with 2 strikes.
The catcher Derek Norris is in as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
And here's a case on the mound where he's trying to sneak a first pitch fastball by him. He was having none of that at the plate. He just sends it right back where it came from.
Standing in now, Jimmy Paredes. Belted high and deep into right center. Ellsbury going back. Out of here.
Nice.
She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run.
Don't even
So
need
it's
to
a
save
two-run
now.
shot to right center as it is now 7-3.
Yeah, and that home run might just earn their closer an extra day of rest right here. That makes this a 4-run game now, and with the top of the 9th looming, it would make that a non-save situation. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just stays out there in the bullpen at least until anybody gets on.
Gene Segura will stand in now following the home run, and you wonder if that losing streak is about to go by the wayside.
Well, they're not home yet, but certainly this has been a much better performance than we've seen out of them for a while now. So all signs seem to be pointing to a potential victory.
Drilled to the right side.
Wow.
And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Here's Mookie Betts as he swings on the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to center. And Ellsbury will make the catch, and with that, the side is retired. So 3 runs on. Great look there at nighttime in Cincinnati as we head to the 9th inning for this one. Leading off the inning, David Murphy, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1.
Here's a guy that understands. It's all about getting on base at this point, so good idea there just to wait for strike 1.
Looked like a sinker there, but he got under it anyway. This is lifted out to left.
The batter, number 6.
Zach Walters stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Jason Grilli will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with the runner at first and nobody out.
Jason Grilli.
Zach Walters will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Yeah, he started to go up the ladder there, but then he realized in time that he wasn't going to get there.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. The second for 1 on to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
Oh, man. That's just a backbreaker right there. You get the leadoff man on to start the 9th, and things are looking up. But then this is a made-to-order double.
But he will make the catch on the hard-hit ball out there, and that will conclude matters here as this ball game is over.
Big win, big win.
It turns out to be a great start to this series
Big
for
win.
these guys as they take game 1 here in front of the home crowd.
Quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he only had one hit, but he definitely made it count. A big home run that turned out to be the decisive blow in the ballgame.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get